Chanda Kirana Kula Mandanara Chanda Kirana Kula Mandanara Akasala Dhanandanara Akasala Dhanandanara Feet of Bhagawan Baba, members of Sai family. First of all, let me express my gratitude to beloved Bhagawan for having made this trip possible. I was indisposed in the year 2018 after having undergone surgery, but I shall not rest, take it from me, Swami's speech. I shall not come what may. I believe, live for Swami or live not, live not. Therefore I have been praying, Swami, let not anything come along the way of doing your work. That has been my prayer, not to get immediate relief after what is it. If not in January, you'll get trouble in March. As for that's all. I'm not bothered about it. Something or other happen. But Swami's work should go on, whatever may be. Let me express my thanks to the regional president, Mr. Srikanth, Northborough President Prashanti, yes, Boston, Sandeep, Norwood, Satish, Chelmsford, Praveen, Scarborough, Becky. Good. Let's all give them a big hand. Though I visited US many times, I had never been to Boston. This is my first visit to Boston. I boast myself hereafter we are visiting to Boston. And I'm very happy to have immediately homely lunch at the residence of Puri Ram and his daughter, the son-in-law, Vijayanand, Anasuya. So nice they made me feel at home. At home means what? For Andhra, for at home means pickles, that's all. Pickles only will tickle us, nothing else. And the story did not stop there. This morning again, I had been to the residence of Mr. Sandeep Menon. Yes, Sandeep Menon and his beloved wife, Shobha. You cannot question my memory. Surprisingly enough, both of them hail from Kerala, where they Most of the time they consume coconut oil in all items. So they are sattvic, their food is doubly sattvic. Whereas I am a bit emotional, enjoying rajasic food, what am I doing? But Shobha, wife of Sandeep, did enough of homework, found out my choices and preferences, arranged for a pickle again on the day. I thank both of them. And Mr. Sandeep has taken me around the university. Yes, I was so happy about it. Harvard University, Boston University, MIT. It is a matter of prestige there in India. If anyone says I'm Harvard means, we think that he is certainly forward. And if anyone says we are from MIT, that's what I used to feel. It's my proud privilege to have gone around these university campuses, the Boston. I was also told that it's education hub in America. There are about 135 colleges and institutions here. Wow, good. Therefore, Baba willed that I should be visiting this time, this year, at this hour. I thank you very much. And Srikanth told me, whispered into my ear, that he would like to listen to my experiences. Though I am particular to share the message, he wanted me to share my experiences. This is the Swami style of functioning. What happens? Anil, you speak. Anil, come on. When I come there, when I want to speak on devotion, he will say, no, devotion, not this time, next time. So what you are prepared to speak on, Harivom Tatsat, he will suggest some other topic you have to do. And you are quite unprepared, you come and speak. And you should do that. In front of Swami, one should be like ever-ready batteries, ready to speak any time. If you say Swami, any time. If you say Swami, I need time, well, you may have to meet him in your next life. You should do it immediately, every opportunity. Really, so marvelous to have spent time with Bhagawan Baba all these years, right from 1970, and in the organization. I tell you, my friends, if at all we have done any good in the past life, if at all we are the recipients of the blessings of our parents and forefathers, everybody, that's all crystallized, precipitated, materialized, symbolized into this form of being a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Baba. Please understand that. This is a golden opportunity. This is not an ordinary thing. This is not your achievement. Please understand. We have not come here, I am a devotee. Who said you are a devotee? Who said? I have come to Swami, you have not come. Some people say, I have come to Swami. Nonsense, you are not that good to come here. You are dragged to him. You are dragged, pulled literally, like baggage in spite of you. I never wanted to come to Swami. I never wanted. I know how risky it is to stay with him, to work in his institutions. How dangerous it is, I know that. Just as visitors visa, nicely you can do namaskar and go, get our desires fulfilled and go. Visitors visa better. So most of the people are happy. They come into Harivom, but when once you work there, you will know that you are in the fire. In the fire, not around the fire, in the fire. He puts you to all kinds of tests, all kinds of humiliations, all kinds of shame. Not an ordinary thing, not ordinary thing. He puts you to all these tests again. When he wants you, he will see that you will be able to withstand them all. Or else you run away. That's a process, filtering process. That's why many fellows left in the filtering process. So if anybody says, Anil Kumar, you are there all these years, I tell them, I am not there all these years. He kept me all these years, that's all. I am not there. If it left to me, I would have gone away long back. Long back. Because I had been to Madras, Chennai, when Swami visited there, that Sundaram building, he was staying there. I was the state president at that time, Andhra Pradesh, Sathya organization. And he was to visit Hyderabad next. And so as state president, I must follow him, invite him in Chennai, follow him to Hyderabad. That is the protocol, people said it. Okay, I simply followed. And I stayed there in Madras University guest house. Then went to see Swami Sundaram. Went there. He saw me climbing down the steps. Hello, medical entrance, come on here, he said. I used to teach medical entrance students a lot. At least at the rate of 10 to 11 periods a day. It's a money-making period. Does not cover income tax also. Hello, I never thought the Swami would talk to me like that. Yes, Swami. When he, where are you staying? Without listening to my answer, he said, Madras University guest house. You are my guest, come here straight. You stay here in this building, Sundaram, he said. I was very happy on the top of the world. But like any other innocent man, that being the first romance with Swami, I said, Swami, my luggage is there. Somebody will get it, come here. Okay. Then he started showing me Sundaram, really first time for me to see that wonderful building, I tell you. Sundaram, Sarthaka Namadeya, a befitting title given to that. And Swami started showing me every room, every corner. Come on. How is it? Bale undi Swami. Yeah, bale. Sudu inka undi. Still more. He was taking me around showing everything. And funniest thing is, I was already serving as state president of the Pradesh. And relatively very successful. Very successful. Even today, Andhra Pradesh speaks of my services. And unfortunately, I was feeling conscious of it. In one corner, he said, Amma, enna pa, where enna? He asked one Sevadar volunteer, what's your name? He said some name, he said. Enna Pandalaru, or what are you doing? He said. IIT professor, mechanical engineering. Swami looked at me. Then we went to another corner. Sambalam evala? He said, Swami, 80,000. What are you? What are you? In Gindi Engineering College, director Swami. And then went to another area. What are you? SRMT Managing Director Swami. Like that, he was a professor or a director or a principal like that. Then after climbing the steps, he said, Andhra, you might undara? We have office bearers of this nature in Andhra Pradesh. Shall I say no? What a humiliation of the state I belong to, that to being the president. I said, Swami, in Andhra, devotion is more. Certainly. Okay. Then and he showed me the jhula there on the top. How is it? Not nice one. Not nice one. All people say it's very nice. Why do you say it's not nice? I mean, I have seen jhulas many. Unless you sit there, it cannot be beautiful. Then Swami sat there. How is it nice? Why? I said, and then I allowed me to do it. And then there are a number of sweets there at one place. Anil Kumar, Italian sweets, so sweet from Italy, cakes, so very sweet, no? Take one, he said. No, son, I don't. Why? Swami, if you give sweet, it becomes prasadam. If I take it, it is from bakery. I don't know. Akana, take two, he said again. I tell you, my friends, you will all sympathize with me. I may even turn emotional and cry because I am not able to believe myself these things to have happened. Are they true? Is it true? Was it I that spoke like that? Could he reply to me like that? Huh? Is it all true? That is the situation today. All those instances, the divine romance has all been so wonderful, so sweet. I feel like reminding myself, if I am still there in Puttaparthi, it is because a matter of gratitude to Bhagawan for having brought me to this stage in such an organization, for which I am grateful, not only now, for several lives to come. There is no doubt about it. And now comes the point. Swami is not a small man. What do fishermen do? They will keep a bait in the net. Shh, catch the fish. So Sundaram is a net in which I was caught. There he said, come to Vrindavan. How can I come to Vrindavan? Swami, Vrindavan. At Bangalore College, principal ga vachayappa. You come there as a principal. As I told in the beginning, I never wanted to be there. I know how risky it is. You have to walk on the razor's edge without being cut. You have to walk through the fire without being burned. Many people left for that reason, many people. I know what it is. Can I say I don't come? I cannot say. Shall I say I will come? I am not prepared. Then I said, Swami, I am working as full-time professor at Andhra Christian College, Guntur. I have been serving there for 26 years. How can I come here all of a sudden join here? When is your college going to reopen? Swami, July. Our college reopens in the month of June. You serve here and then go there. Then second point is, Swami, I have not brought my certificates. My service certificate, my degrees and all that. I have not brought those certificates. What do you think of me? And the chancellor of this university. I don't want these papers. Come and join us. I had to keep my mouth shut. And further he looked at the calendar, he said, Panchami, you join on the calendar. No option. Alright. At that time, all the three daughters and the son, they are all, two are in medical school, one is in engineering college, youngest one is still in the intermediate. They are not studying. Aged mother, 80 years with me. In-laws, above 80 years. They are all there. I have been looking after them. Suddenly this Baba says, come along. What shall I say? I said yes, that there is no choice now. When you believe that Baba is God, when he says do it, you must do it or else get out. Don't speak that he is God. Nonsense. We are not that fools to believe you. When he says you must do it, because when you believe that he is God, you are God. I said yes. I came home. My father-in-law, my mother, they gave me heavy dose. Why did you accept it? What do you think of the family? What money have you? How do you get your children settled? All that I heard. But I have not taken to the head. Simply I went there. The other details I don't want to tell you because they are very, I went through crisis almost. That's not worth sharing. I would like to share with you pleasant moments. I have gone there on Panchami, 5th day. Even that day I want to run away. Even that day. Before that, Darshan he sent a word through one man by name Bhatia, who is in charge of Vrindavan. Sir, Swami wants you to stand close to that bungalow. He will be doing Gruha Praveshan and you and your wife stand there. And I want to run away. What is Guru-pravesh? No chance. So I stood there. Swami came smilingly and went in. He said, Chakkani Lichanaya. I gave you a nice house, better than your house there. This is very nice. And then he went to her and said, give me harati. Finish. You have to break the coconut. He just tasted one drop. Much. He left. Meaning, sealed her. Sealed. You cannot run away. Finish. In other words, I joined in his institutions much against my wish. Because of the family reasons, because of professional threat. I know. And spiritual risk. But somehow, he glued me to his institutions. I was staying there. And then, Swami went back to Puttaparthi from Bangalore. And then he came after 1 month. Before all boys and everybody. Vrindavan is special because Swami talks to students every day. He gives a discourse every day. It is for chosen few devotees and few VIPs every day. He called me and said, Anil Kumar, I'm still fresh, 1 month old, that's all. Speak. Then he himself has put some questions. Are you happy? How can I say I'm happy? I am not happy. All my family, that is my native place. Karnataka, those people are very soft people. Kannadigas, very soft. And they eat soft food also. Not spicy. Not spicy. And then there's a canteen near the college where they serve food. It is difficult for you to identify what is curry, what is dal, what is sambar. All look alike. In other words, it is Advaita Ahara. This is my fate. Not at an young age. Swami, good. Bhagawan. This is not the way how we should. I felt so bad. But I could not run away. Somehow swallowed like that to maintain my life, to sustain my life. And Swami stayed there. Are you happy? I cannot say I'm happy. Not only that, on first day of joining duty at Bangalore, I could not sleep because I was all alone. Kadugudi in those days, it was a jungle. Now bridge has come, so many buildings have come today. It was just a jungle, God-forsaken place. There are no street lights. Only 2 mad dogs move on the street. And college boys, college teachers, they are at the hostel there. By 4:30, 5 o'clock, they go back to the hostel. I am all alone there. Nobody. I come from a place, joint family. I have been used to live with parents-in-law, everybody. To stay there alone, wow, how can I sleep that night? I could not. What a horrible test it is. Swami, I will leave you. Please leave me alone, I will go back. If I can't sleep this night, you will not see me tomorrow here in Vrindavan anymore. That's what I thought. Adding fuel to the fire, lorries move on the road. And lorries' headlights are projected on the windows. And these projections, we have images on the wall. In those days, I saw films like Bisal Bhagat. Then I opened, shouted for the watchman immediately. Sir, what do you want? I said, down, how is your family? How many children have you? About your father-in-law, about your wife. He's spoke to me at length because he knows I was the principal and all that. Time came and sir, I must go around, sir. I'm a watchman, please leave me. He may go now. Believe me, my friends, I could get the sleep at that time because he knew that I would run away. I slept that night peacefully, got up next morning. So how can I say I'm well to Swami, how are you? I cannot say. Then before students and everybody he said, Niku, ikkada bagundada, Andhrala bagundada, cheppu chustanu. Are you happy here? Are you happy in Andhra Pradesh? Where are you happy? Shall I say I'm happy here? Anil Kumar is not like that. Impossible. I am not a hypocrite. So I cannot say I am very happy here. I cannot say I am happy because he brought me here. I cannot say I am very happy that, but you go back, you may say that. What shall I do? To be or not to be? That is the question. Then I said conveniently, Swami, both are your organizations only. This is your university, that is your Sathya organization. Both are yours, why not? Both belong to you. I served there in that capacity. I am serving here in this capacity. Swami is top one. And I said you are intelligent and all that. He is super. Immediately said, you follow my question? Which is better than the other? He wants to corner me. Then I said, Swami, leave me at this stage. Leave me. I cannot answer you straight away. I have nothing wrong. Come on. Now I took the risk. I have put my head into the fire, into the mouth of the tiger said many times. But somehow he helped me to come out. Then I said, Swami, since you are insisting, let me frankly tell you, here the students and staff are very good for the simple reason you are here in their midst. Whereas Sathya organization at far off places, thousands of miles away, they are great devotees. I think they are superior. Swami didn't like it. He wants his voice to be praised. I am not like that. This is on record. You can ask anybody in Vrindavan. It is recorded in my books also. And then, so, Swami, I know West Godavari, East Godavari district people, ladies, they go every week on camp, serve there on the mountain hills, where there are no lights, they carry food. They conduct camps for weeks and weeks there, leaving behind their families here. What are we when compared to them? They are all inspired by your holy name, that's all. Here to do this is natural because you are right now here. He cannot deny that. He cannot accept it. Then he said, Manchi. He said, good, and he got up. He left without taking harati. The warden came to me and said, Anil Kumar, get your baggage ready tomorrow. You may have to leave. Another mathematics lecturer came and told me, Sir, Swami expects you to raise boys and you have taken a wrong path and I think your days are numbered. You may have not. I said, I don't mind to go. Why not? I'll go. But this is the fact. But what happened next day, he came as usual, gave me a good smile, asked me to speak again. Sathya Sai Baba. He believes in truth. He should appreciate the truth also. There are such provocative moments. We have sports annual cultural meet in Prasantalayam. Boys do excellent games and all, excellent. Very top level, there is no doubt about it. I was in Andhra at that time, Andhra Pradesh state president. But I used to come to Prasantalayam every month. I sat in the veranda. Next day after sports meet, he was asking everybody, in the veranda, top people. Sports how are sports? Superb, Swami. Swami boys are like that. Another man, excellent, Swami. Only within a week they have learnt, that. No teachers. He was feeling very happy. Then my turn came. Brahmana Swami, very nice. He could have left me there. But he has put another question. Nee college boys etla chestara? I was working in Christian college at that time. Will your boys able to do like this? Immediately I said, Swami, I'll send my boys to Puttaparthi. You send your boys to my place. They will be much worse than our boys. And they may be much better than these boys. All that matters is your divine presence, nothing more than that. Your divine presence. You can't say no. Adi sareleappa, it is okay, he said. But it's a fact. If we are like this, Swami has touched the lives of his boys, lives of students, lives of teachers, and something like sunlight that touches the flower and the flower blossoms. They have blossomed because not of their own. It is because of Bhagawan. That's what my most sincere feeling is. So long, the snake is round the neck of Lord Shiva. Nagabhushani Sai Narayani. Aha, Nagabhushana. When the snake is seen outside, you will kill it and you won't go. Why Nagabhushani there? Same Naga. Away from Shiva, killed. Round the neck of Shiva, Abba, people pray. That is true with every one of us, I tell you. Come out, you will know what you are. Because you are there, you are respected, you have got some name. That's my experience over all these 45 years. Walking along Sai Path, particularly 25 years of stay with him, right under his nose. Take for example, rat. Mushika Vahana Gajanana. Very good. When once the same rat seen outside, you will track it. Bull. Nandi Vahana Nagabhushana. The same Nandi beaten like that in the field. Therefore, if we are worth anything, it is because of Bhagavan Sri Sat Sai Baba. Let not ego enter into our lives. Let not ego claim our talents. Let not ego make us forget the motivator behind it, the inspirer behind it. And make us realize, may God help us to realize that is all entirely due to Him only. He does and gives you credit. He gives you credit. That happened many, many times. I had many, many experiences in Vrindavan. And Shrikant said, Anil Kumar sir belongs to Brahmo Samaj. Yes. For 3 generations, we belong to Brahmo Samaj, founded by Raja Rammohn Roy from West Bengal, and Sarojini Naidu, Prafula Chandrani, Tagore, Devendranath Tagore, Keshav Chandra Singh. They are all members of Brahmo movement in those days. We don't believe in idolatry, anything like that. But this lady brought me to his lotus feet. She had some problem, and for the problem we went to him. And the problem got solved immediately. When we went there to Puttaparthi, I went on 2 conditions. 1, we cannot stay more than 4 to 5 days. Number 2, don't force me to do namaskar to Swami. Don't force me. Because I am a Brahmo for 3 generations. I promised my parents that I will not be a convert, that I will not shift my loyalties. I will continue to be a Brahmo. That's the promise I made. So don't force me to do these 2. She said, okay. But at the dining table, she used to ask me, why can't you come there? Why can't you sit there? What is your condition? nothing doing. And who will give us accommodation during first visit? Nobody. Somehow I could take one room outside the gate, a small hotel owned by some Rangappa. Aha! Excellent doors, wonderful windows. You can just remove them and keep them there. And you can see sun and moon, stars, everybody. And all your needs, the bath, everything, open air university. I was reluctant to come, but I was forced to come to face these experiences. But somehow, for 4 to 5 days, I was just outside, never stepped into mandir, making children play and all that. Just one day before I had to leave, because I was working there, they will remove me from service if I continue there indefinitely. So I had to return. When I was staying at the Gopuram gate, respectable, spiritual, long distance, not to be influenced, anything like that. There at Gopuram, Swami was sitting there, bhajan was going on. He got up. Just little figure I could see from a distance. He got up, started coming close to me. Then I could understand what shake dance is. My legs are trembling. I don't know what happened. He came and stood in front of me. He was looking at me, talked about him. I was looking at him, talked he said. And went back, sat there. Bhajan was going on. I thought, Swami, just must have come to inquire somebody. Construction work going on, Purnachandra auditorium at that time. He distributed laddus to everybody there. I thought he came for that. Then I thought he can spare 3 laddus for my children, why not? I went for laddus. Devotion started with the laddus first. Then I went there, last laddu also was over. The plate and laddus are materialized by him. He came there empty-handed. Suddenly how the plate came, laddus came, I don't know. All that I read in Blitz magazine must have been correct. In those days, I used to read Blitz magazine regularly. R.K. Karanjia English, top English. I used to get by heart some of the passages also. Abba! I feel ashamed to repeat what I got by heart then. I feel very much ashamed. But I was very much influenced by him. So this plate appearing, laddus appearing, in accordance to what Karanjia has written in Blitz magazine. Is Baba God or fraud? That is the title he gave. Alright. When I stood there, Swami sat there, again got up. Walked all the distance, stood in front of me. He did not go, he is not moving. What happened to him? I don't know. You were looking at him, I was looking at him. I thought, what is the best way to make him go? Then he said, Acha. He did not leave me until I did namaskar against my condition initially. That no one should force me to do namaskar. What to do? And then I was to leave Prashantanaya that morning. Leave is over. My student who is working in Sathya higher secondary school now, he was my student in year 1964. He is working in the office now. A retired bank manager from the Union Bank of India. He was sitting by my side. Young boy at that time. Sir, are you worried that Baba did not call you for an interview? Naturally it is there. But I did not tell this fellow. Why should he ask me? I told him, did I tell you? Why do you put that question to me? I am already worried, he has not called me. You say, are you worried? You make me to worry more or what? Then he himself said, sir, don't feel like that. Naxalites got interview. When Gundas got interview, he gave interview to transform them, to change them. He gave interview to saints also, to direct them in the field of the spiritual path. He knows what is needed at what time. Don't worry, sir. Then that logic seems to be good. Then I thought, better I leave this place, because this fellow may bring out some more horrible thoughts here. Then went to another place and sat. There by my side was sitting headmaster of Eastern School at that time. He said, Babu, why are you looking in all directions? Why not? Why not? I am free to look in all directions. Are you thinking how money came here? That thought was immediate. I left one dangerous man. Here I found another dangerous man here. Sir, correct. There is no receipt book here, no collection, no hundi here. Where from the money came all this building? That's my thought, sir. I got bus, I must go. Because he may raise certain things again. I want to avoid him. And then, no, Babu, there's one gentleman, iron magnet, and he had no issues at all. His wife was suffering from cancer. She had been taken to Denmark, US, UK, and she was not cured. And they came to Baba by his divine touch. She was totally cured. She gave birth to 2 sons, and he vowed to undertake construction of these buildings with 1 crore in those days. He is Purna Chandra Kamani. He built these buildings, don't doubt it, he said. Then I could know what a fool I was. How I was so blind to have been carried away the Blitz magazine. And then Blitz magazine came with another article. God is Indian. There you go, what a wonderful article. That we can think of it later. And so, somehow, to kill time, I purchased one book, Sathya Speaks, Volume 5. Believe my friends, I am speaking at the Divine Lotus feet. There cannot be one extra syllable in what I am speaking. I know that. I know what it costs if I mix certain things, pollute the matter, concoct the matter. No, I am true to the letter and spirit. As I was reading Sathya Speaks Volume 5, I could know that what all Swami said is very much related to Brahma Samaja principles. Nothing against Brahma Samaj. The nameless, formless, attributeless God, the divine who is omnipresent, omniscient, he was speaking along those lines. Now I can understand Brahmo movement better now. Immediately I went to the shop, purchased 10 books immediately. I was returning with a bundle of books. My wife stared at me, what happened to you? You said that you would run away in 3 to 4 days. You also said that you don't do namaskar. But you are now coming with a bundle of books. What's wrong with you? I said, that is true then. This is true now. What am I to do? Then I went there, and by the time she got completely cured of her problem, and then by the time I come home, she is completely recovered, and all people know that I speak and address different occasions like college anniversaries, school anniversaries, Rotary Club, Lions Club, wherever there's some meeting, Anil Kumar is a must there in those days. And then they wanted me to share my experience. What happened, sir? What happened? All Samiti Sai centers started inviting me. Slowly it has gone to the public. I started visiting neighboring districts. Then I was appointed as a zonal convener, later vice president, later state president. These things happened in the course of time, not because of my trial. As Shakespeare said, some are born great, some achieve greatness. Some have greatness thrust upon them. I belong to the third category. This has been thrust upon me. And I have been doing it joyfully I found thrill and excitement in sharing his message with everybody. It has come to a stage that I should never leave this. My job is only to spread message. That's what it was. Fortunately, my family members never complained. While talking to some families, on listening to how responsible their fathers, their husbands, whatever may be, I feel very sorry, because from that standard, you can certainly say, I'm irresponsible husband, irresponsible father, because they never stayed at home. Leave the house Saturday, Friday evening, come back to the college straight on Monday. That's my situation. He engaged me like that. No time to know what class they were studying, what examination they did, and to greet on their birthdays, nothing like that. Always Swami, Swami. That has been my life. And things happen like that. And as state president, I had to go on tour. Once I went to one place, Giddaluru of Prakasam district. All invitations were sent, but there was strike there. Because N.T. Ramarao, chief minister, had to step down. Some other fellow occupied his place, and the whole state went on strike. Band. No buses, no trains, nothing. One fellow came from Giddaluru. His name is Sathya, working in Vivekananda College, Giddaluru. Why I give these details? There will be many doubting Thomases. For the benefit of doubting Thomases, for easy, immediate verification, I am giving these details. Because these days, you know how many stories have been generated after Swami left. It's not like that. They have all been recorded in my books and narrated in front of Swami. All right, they have no transport. You have to go by bus or train. They are not flying. What am I to do? One gentleman, the Satyam from Vivekananda College, came there. Sir, I am from Giddaluru. What shall I do? I am taking you to Giddaluru. How do you take Hanuman to carry me on your shoulders and take me there? There are no buses, no trains. You are coming, we are going. Rayalaseema people are very firm in their decision. As friends, they are best. If you differ from them, you will be transported to the other world. Finish. You cannot differ. And they don't cheat people. Open. As friends, as best friends, they will give their life. When they differ, they will take out your life. There is no via media like shouting and fighting. No. We'll meet there, that's all. But very good people. I know, I tasted both aspects. So when this man said, you are coming, I am taking, I don't want to risk my life. My mother, who never upsets me, she said, this is the only time asking you, don't go, it will be risky. There are no buses, no trains, please don't go. I said yes, but I went from behind. Both of us sat in the train. Train is not moving. Strike. But what happened? On the way, it started moving snail's pace. By walk you can reach earlier. At every station this man was getting down and finding out the position. They said situation improving, negotiation going on, and train started picking up speed. Finally, strike called off. The train went there, full speed, check. We reached Giddaluru. By the time I went to Giddaluru, 5,000 devotees gathered there to receive me at the railway station. I could speak whatever little I know. Then I went to Swami. This is important for all of you, including me. Whatever I say, never think that I am speaking at a higher pedestal. I am not a fool yet. Anything begins with me. What he said is this, Swami. Emappa, Giddaluru Edbardam anukunnave. You wanted to escape Giddaluru meeting? When once a Swami meeting is fixed, none can stop it. None can stop it. You understand? I pulled you there literally. Oh, sir, never do that. Okay. But another thing that happened to my surprise, I had to visit Kurnool. When I was to go to Kurnool, heavy rain, all buses cancelled. All was cancelled. What am I to do? Then I was resting. Next morning there is a call within. Why don't you go now? No rain now. Why don't you go now? But meeting must have been over by the time I go. Because about 11 hours journey. Why don't you go? And my wife said, you go. Not necessarily to speak. You greet those office bearers, express your inability, make them happy and return. So I went there, Kurnool. Wow. Meeting should have been at 11 o'clock. I went there by 5 o'clock in the evening. All those people that left reassembled there. Baba brought them there. And I could speak, then went to Puttaparthi. Do you know what Baba said? Warning ichana leda. Did I not warn you? You wanted to avoid Kurnool meeting. You cannot. I will not allow you to do it. You understand? The Samiti president is Dr. Krishna Rao, a dentist, who is the founder of the Samiti there. He was the first Sevadar man in Prasanthi. He used to take care of all buildings. When I leave him disappointed, frustrated, then I became Approval. That second shock I had. Then, Silver Jubilee of Sathya organization took place in the year 1988. I went to one place by name Palakollu, near West Godavari district. I was going by car. The car was stopped at every place because some strike, some band going on. How to go? Suddenly one police fellow comes there. She go back. Sir, I'll go back now. Then he peeps through the window and looks at Baba's picture there. Sir, please go. Then I reached the Pakka Communist Center. All people with red flags and all that. It's not safe to go further. Then we are having Swami Bhajans inside. That their leader came there. Who are you? Where do you go? Palakollu. Don't you know there is Bandh today? I know, sir. Why are you going? There's a meeting, I must go, sir. No meeting, go back. And people through the window saw Swami's picture. Sir, please go ahead. Nobody can stop you. Please go there. I went there. There at the meeting, all those people were leaving because I was not there. On time. They were running back to attend the meeting again. Running back. All ladies, old people. In Andhra they wear dhotis. They are flying like national flags. Ladies are running to the temple. All right. And that evening, some marriage was to take place in that temple. My talk. And I was talking like this. I don't carry any paper, something like that. Whatever Swami gives, it's a tank. I'm only the tap. Open the tap, the tank, water will flow from there. No paper, I don't believe in it. Somewhere people ask me, sir, have you brought any PowerPoint? I told them I have all the power. And there's a point in whatever I speak, so I don't need PowerPoint. So I went there, I was talking. Suddenly, a slip is sent to me. Sir, marriage is to take place within an hour's time. You have spoken for 1 hour. What shall I do? I said loudly in the mic. This gentleman wants me to conclude now because some marriage is to take place. Immediately, few devotees got up. Godavari has got its own slang. Every area has got their own local dialect, their own style of talking. That man got up and said, "Hey, Thande! Who is he to stop?" పెళ్లి బాగుండాలా లేదా? వాళ్ళ కాపురం బాగుండాలా అవుతాయి? ఆపేయండి. Should the couple be not blessed like that? Should they not lead a happy life? Baba's discourse is a blessing now. Carry on, sir. I will see who can stop. When I told Swami, Swami was laughing again. I ever he liked that local style, Godavari style. Yemanadu. Ekade, apede. That is their devotion. That I cannot forget. At that time it was Hillview Stadium was getting ready. It was full of bushes, thorny bushes. You cannot play there. But somehow, devotees from East Godavari, they are used hard work. They are not for badges or positions, cha-cha. No, hard work. Because they are the farmers, agricultural field, they are working hard there. I was the vice president at that time. We went to the stadium and to see what they were doing. 2 elderly people were working, along with many people. One man said, Anil Kumar garu, accommodation ittaraytande. Will you give us accommodation? Shall I say yes? I don't have accommodation there. Who am I to recommend? Huh? Shall I say I cannot? Vice President edukande. Then why are you Vice President? Before I expressed my helplessness, the other man said, immediately, elderly man, he is same fellow giving us accommodation for the last 30 years. What does it mean? Come on, let us go do. This I told Swami, Annada, that is their devotion. What do you think of Godavari? He felt you should see Swami's expression. Particularly when we refer to Godavari district, we are extremely happy. Very, very happy. And at one place, did you see my tent? It was floods there, floods. And we were having some relief camp. I spent for 1 full month there. There were no lights, no food supply, dead bodies lying on the road. At that stage, we went there and doing some service camp in Divisima. 2 gentlemen from Rajamandri. One is 75 years young, other one 82, must be like that. They were carrying sambar in a huge vessel. What is that doing? Sir, why do you do that? You can ask young people to do that. You are elderly people. Mushidi mevetande. Swami gara, meva mushidi. Are you carrying? Swami is carrying. Better you slap me that side, this side, instead of speaking like that. It's an eye-opener to me. My friends, there are millions of devotees like this. We have got direct contact with Swami. Without any interview, without any nearness, without any direct dialogue, nothing. Their faith brought them to this stage. That wonderful devotees. Swami had been to Madras with a group of MBA boys. And naturally I followed him. And MBA camp was going on. Swami was taking me to different houses, including one member of the parliament, where we had some lunch there. 20 or 15 ladies came there, very well dressed, to serve Swami. Why so many people go? He asked only husband and wife to serve him. Nice experiences. And then one day he said, Anil Kumar, tomorrow we are going to attend lunch at Anjali Devi residence. Okay, Swami. You tell all the boys to bend down their heads like that. Go there, sit, and return in the same posture. Then he himself explained why. Anjali Devi is an actress for 50 years. Many actresses come there. Many actors come there. These boys may. Be careful, he said. Okay, sir. And for the last 4 days, I was finding it difficult to eat. Because the Tamil Nadu style of eating is different from Andhra style. Every state has got its own style. In North India, they begin with the sweets. We don't eat sweets in the morning. Every state, every family has got their own style. We are not finding fault with it. But I am not able to adjust that style. What the style? Right? Immediately sambar. Immediately. And you have to mix curry there, chutney there, everything. Sambar Abhishekam. Swami was watching me from a distance. And this fellow is finding it difficult. Then he told, tomorrow, Anjali was pakka Andhra food. Don't worry, you can enjoy. Okay, Swami. 9:30, boys should come here. My roommate happened to be Colonel Jogarao at that time. A man of ready wit and jokes. Your dad knows him very well. And we were there. And if I open the window, I can see Anjali's house. Jogarao said, Anil Kumar, open the window. Many actresses. Sir, Swami said, I am in charge of the boys not to see. You want me to see? No, don't worry, I am here, open. Opened the door. I saw all popular actresses. Jai Sudha, Jai Prada, Sri Devi, all of them. And he also saw Jogarao. Sir, 9:30 I must go down. Immediately, Swami was there. Here, Anil Kumar, call the boys now. Tell the boys, come here. Go there. They all went there with their bent heads, as instructed before. Then he called me. Andarni Susya. Have you seen them all? Yavarni Swami. Film actors, I have not seen them. Swami. Hare, you opened the window, saw them all, right? I know, where am I? Swami Jogarao. Then Jogarao, see, you should have come down. You too wanted to see her. All right, you go there. I went there. And all boys and guests are seated. And Swami asked me to sit by his chair, close by. And then servants, food catering started. Sambar Abhishekam. About to put sambar there. Swami said, hey, up, stop there. Anjali, come here. Yes, Swami. She hails from Kakinada, East Godavari. That direct will continue. What, Swami? Don't you have pickles? He said. Ay, Baba, Kara Swami dintara. Do Swami eat pickles? Swami dinada Anil Kumar dintadga. Swami did not eat, but Anil Kumar will eat. I got that and she brought from inside. And Swami was watching me. Carry on. I will not get up immediately. Take your own time. And then I took some extra time naturally because of incentive of a pickle. And over, and all boys left. Swami called me. After you and Jogarao saw them, some more have come late. You see them also and go back. How am I to believe them to have happened, you see? I don't think it's possible for everybody like that. Impossible. Well, Shivraj Patil. Shivraj Patil was the speaker at that time. Later he served as Governor Chandigarh, Punjab. He invited Swami to his residence. Shivraj Patil belongs to a royal family, very big family. His house is located 7th hill, like Venkateswara Swami. At the end of the first hill, Shahanai. Second hill, Nadaswaram. Third hill, Hindustani Kacheri. Like that he arranged. And Swami climbed all these 6 hills and went there. I was just walking behind him. We all sat there. Swami went straight to the puja room, materialized Sivalingam for his wife, I photographed with both of them. And there is a dining table right from that to this. All chief ministers, everybody, they are all invited. They are all sitting there, rounded down the dining table. They started serving food. You know this Gujarati food, dokla, I don't know. Dokla. I'm not used to those doklas and those things. Swami noticed me from there, from the tent. There's nothing for you to eat. Then I said, signals. Some of food is served, and instead of killing time, wasting time, at least I should be pretending, he said. So I just picked up some green, grinded like a toothpaste, some chutney-like material there. To kill time, I just kept it on the tongue. Wow, very hot. Very hot, I liked it. I simply shouted, Swami, it's all about very nice. And then he called Shivraj Patil. Shivraj Patil, wo Andhra wala hai, mirchi dalo. And you put some chutney to me also, Swami said. Like that he cared for my food habits. Some similar thing had happened in Delhi. At International Center, dinner, lunch, everything arranged there. One day Swami came and said, how is the food? State President was standing there, Chima. His name is Chima. Chima means an ant. Personality is an elephant. And then, how is the food? Swami, items are many. Taste is same, Swami said. Chima said, that fellow is complaining. Mirchi dalo, pepper dalo, make it hot. He's coming from that area. Okay, Swami. Believe me, I'm speaking in front of him. Next morning, 2 bottles I saw on the table of Swami. One is mango pickle, other is tamarind chutney, both. Anil Kumar, these 2 bottles are specially flown from Andhra, Air India. These 2 for me and you. Come on, let us have it. Who will care for you? Who will care for you like that? Swami Sva, I can speak on Advaita Vedanta. I know sufficient Vedanta also. But Vedanta in practice, Vedanta by experience. If I don't follow him, if I don't stay there, if I don't continue to stay there, if I don't work for him, if I speak Vedanta in Boston, I'll be more a politician and not a Baba's devotee. Definitely not Baba's devotee. Face all the challenges in life. Stay with him. Continue to work for him. Sometimes we'll have so many hardships, torture, but still, we should continue to stay. We'll be amply rewarded. Anil Kumar, after all, an ordinary professor from Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, in biology, has been brought to Prashantili, Whitefield. And today, I am not able to believe Columbia governor inviting me for tea. No policeman invites me in my native place. Not even a police constable. Columbia governor invites you for tea. 2 nations flags there. And then had press meet there. I thought Columbia governor, good. Immediately he took a chain out of his neck. This is given by Baba. I saw you there in Puttaparthi, therefore I invited you here, Anil Kumar. Then in Colombo, Prime Minister invited me for dinner. Justice Minister sat there. We had photographs with him. And he says, I came to Puttaparthi many times. I saw you there, therefore I invited you here. Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. Therefore, my friends, things happen like that I am not able to believe. I am from a place studied in Telugu medium up to college level. English medium from college level. And later what he made me? The translator of his divine talks for 23 long years. That is the potential of Sai that has become actual in my life. I was just riding a bicycle in those days. And today, not less than air flight today. Is it believable? That is the power of Sai. Returning from Delhi, we went by Reliance helicopter. It's only 7-seater. We were sitting there, but suddenly another gentleman came. I had no seat. Swami said, you sit close to my feet. I sat close to his feet and said, crying, I said, Swami, the wonderful dream is coming to an end. We have been speaking of your visit to Bombay and Delhi. It is coming to a close, Swami. I feel so sad. Baba touched my head, wiping out the tears, and he said, Anil Kumar, why do you say golden dream faded out? I am telling you, memories with Swami will never fade. They are everlasting, permanent. Why do you say like that? I will take you along with me wherever I go. You will be my translator till the end. That's what Baba said. It is all His munificent grace. I should also share with you another thing. In Vrindavan, everybody was there. State president, international president, intergalactical president, stars president, moon president, all president, students all were there. He called me, come on, what do you want? I said, Swami, I don't want. You know English? I asked you, what do you want? Why do you say I don't want? That's not the answer. Then I said, Swami, without asking, you are giving me anything. You are giving me everything. Why should I ask? I am not asking you to give a lecture. No lecture here. Come on. What do you want? I will give you now. Swami, please leave me at this stage. Then Swami said, moksha? What moksha? Then I said, Swami, I don't want moksha. Then he was signing everybody. Gone case. Then I said, Swami, I don't want moksha. Why? Because I don't know moksha is beautiful or ugly. I don't know moksha is tall or short. Whether it's sweet or hot or bitter, I do not know. And nobody came and said, Anil Kumar, moksha is very nice, come on, join there. Nobody came. I don't have first-hand information. Since you are insisting me to ask, this is my request, Swami, I beg of you. Let me born again and again and again to carry your message to the doorstep across the globe. That's what I want, Swami. Swami blessed. Yes, a very good desire. And bless me that moment. I cannot forget. I know that you are getting ready with questions. One more thing I should tell you. Long back, I think it was 88 or so, Swami gave us a family interview. At the time when he performed the marriage of my eldest daughter, Shyama and Sarojini. My mother also was called for an interview. My mother is a gold medalist in English from Madras, Queen Mary's College, in 50s. If I tell anybody she is MA Literature, she will call me back. Tell them I am from Madras. Because Madras is seat of learning for English. Yes, it is center at all India level. Tell them that I am from Madras. Okay. From Queen Mary's College. That's right. And I should also admit, she is the most beautiful lady I ever saw. When I see her photographs in her younger days, unbelievable. Very strict lady in English. If there's something wrong in the spelling or your accent, pronunciation, you are finished. She is of that type. And she is not Baba's devotee. Swami granted interview and said, what do you want? Swami, my son speaks of Advaita. non-dualism, but I believe in Dvaita, dualism. Being a devotee, I can enjoy you. Being a god, what is it I can enjoy? Ant can enjoy the sweetness of the sugar. Sugar cannot enjoy the sweetness. Then Baba, vaadu foolu. Edo bookku chadivi cheptu untadu. He is a fool, he reads some books and quotes, he has no experience. You follow your own way, don't disturb yourself. And they said, Yama, adu, anything you want, Swami. All children are very highly settled. Son-in-law is the director of IIT. One doctor, son is there. And another son, chief accounts officer in HAL. I am worried about this Anil Kumar Swami. What happened? He's a good fellow, what happened? No, Swami is running after streets every day in the name of Nagar Sankirtan and bhajans and all that. How is he going to perform marriages of his daughters? He cannot arrange Akhanda bhajan for the eldest daughter's marriage. What is Swami? I am very much worried about this fellow. Pledging in the name of Baba at the lotus feet. I have every courage to declare what he said at the family interview. Amma, why do you worry? As many people that know Sai Baba will come to know your son also. Is that clear? And the second thing he said was this. When he is doing my work, it is my duty to do his work much better than what he would have done for himself. That applies to everybody here. When we do Swami's work, he will do our work much better than we do for ourselves. That is the guarantee he has given. While giving saris to everybody, next day he has given gold color sari and blue color saris. Which color is good? Swami, both are good. Why? Gold is Mahalakshmi. Blue is Krishna. I don't want to face the anger of either of the two. Both are nice. For your mother. Swami, my mother is the most beautiful lady. Any color will go well with her. But don't give her now. When I am giving my property, who are you to question me? No, Swami, yesterday you gave one sari to everybody. If you give extra to my mother, it will create politics among ladies. Politics among ladies, even Indra cannot solve the problem. Swami, please leave it at this. This is what Baba said. Yesterday gave saris along with others to your mother, I know. This sari I am giving extra to her because she has given you to me. Therefore I am giving it. Like this, my friends, I wish that tonight should be Sivaratri, so that I can speak to you till tomorrow morning. There is no other story that is sweeter than Sai experiences. There is no other thing in this world that is more interesting than Baba himself. Having received his kindness, having received his glory, having known his majesty, having basked in the mercy of Baba, we shall not leave him. The worst tragedy that can happen in life is to forget him and to lose him. Let it not happen. Before I call upon question and answer session, being a boy then as a student, though he is regional president today, he may have his own reservation, may feel shy to ask me to stop at this level, but I can understand his feelings from his facial expression. Very Sundar. You should not sing to the top, okay? I'm not a good singer. But yet, the romance between me and my Sai, I'm not a stage performer, this is not a kacheri. It's a matter between me and Jai Jai Prabhu Giridhari Natavarana. Hey! honoring to have you here in the midst of very beautiful, ideal, good devotees. May Bhagawan bless you, your families, forever and evermore. Given the chance, I beg of Swami to give some other occasion to spend some more time in Boston.